Last week was quite a serious and heartfelt episode. I wonder how Kaguya-sama will live up to that level of tense emotions this week.
パンツデリケートゾーンを包み隠すその布地は
Welcome to Gamerturk Student Council and let's talk about Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2 Episode 7. What can I say? We had a massive shitpost episode with 4 skits this week. The underwear one was great with both sides on completed different pages. The hand massage was... it had great moments, but I didn't connect with it all that much. The manga skit was quite great thanks to the sudden switches of tone, and Kaguya actually living in the manga was great as well, and refreshing thanks to the different art style. Whereas the overall standout was certainly the running gag with Ino Miko this week. Poor girl found himself in a living shitpost all of a sudden. Links to Kaguya-sama Love is War manga will be in the description. The one the anime is currently covering, of course, so you can grab that if you want to read all the stuff for yourself, including the skits the anime skips. Also, I got an exam this upcoming Tuesday, so I'll try to keep this week's Student Council episode a bit short, hope you understand. And having a quality shitpost as an episode certainly helps with that, just the way I like it. I was genuinely expecting to see a relatively serious start to this episode, maybe even continue exactly where we left off last week with Ino Miko opening the door to the council room, and I certainly was not expecting pants flashing on my screen. I mean, I can't say I understand Shinomiya's motivations, probably due to obvious reasons, but goddamn, Shirogane really missed the mark there with the context of the question. I love how he so honestly shouts his real opinion on the type of panties he prefers at the end in desperation, still completely oblivious to the context of the question itself. The fact that he tried to conceal so Kaguya wouldn't use it against him in the beginning, and all of that just as Ino Miko is entering the room, and all she says in fear is, I'm not wearing black panties, just before she runs away. What a great and short skit. Though end cards today were particularly good in my opinion, with this first one ending with Ishigami buying new underwear after Fujiwara made fun of him at the beginning. Next up we have the hand massage, which I found weird as well. Why is Kaguya trying to figure out if Shirogane is oh, that's literally a continuation of Kaguya's worries from the previous episode, isn't it? I thought that thread was over right then and there at the end of the previous episode. I guess not. I love the change in Shirogane's tone in this episode, from that blissful moment over to the extreme pain, trying so hard to concentrate on normal stuff as he casually just slips back into pain again without even managing to finish his train of thought. Also, while the Ino gag was certainly funny, how the fuck did they even get into that position in the first place?
Iino-sanも一緒にしますか?
The best line this week. Next up, manga episode. There's just something that clicks so well in this series that makes these sudden tone switches become more hilarious than they are in reality. It's probably the great combination of the sound design as well as the voice acting / mixing that makes the timing of these as perfect as possible. But goddamn, I have to say I laughed at the obvious joke that I saw coming miles away. The joke, the same joke that was repeated multiple times in this skit. I died laughing every single time. Meanwhile, Ino Miko certainly is turning out to be the Ishigami of the first season, always with the awkward walk-ins into the room, only to just run away. In fact, I do feel like she ran away more times in a single episode than Ishigami did in the entire first season. Someone needs to count that. And just when you think the episode was too short because the ending kicked in, you realize it's still only the 16-minute mark of the 24-minute episode. Not sure what the point of this was, to be honest, maybe to separate the final skit from the rest, but that was just as shitposty, so I'm not exactly sure. But hey, the final skit was pretty fun too. The art style to highlight the manga-like nature of the episode, as Kaguya was pretty much living in a manga in her head after reading it the day before. One thing I expected from this skit was seeing what others were really saying or what they were acting like compared to how Kaguya was perceiving them. As even the narrator's voice was higher pitched, I genuinely thought we would get something like that when Ishigami was so close to Shinomiya, asking why her face was red, but I was let down. They kinda did do that when Chika entered the room with her rambling, but that was it, and I was thus kinda let down by my own expectations turning out to be false. Also, Kaguya, you blithering idiot, why did you actually refuse going to the aquarium after setting all of these up and gave Shirogane a heart attack for no reason? But I have to say, this end card wins the entire episode, that's enough said. But yeah, as I mentioned, this one was aimed to be a short one on my side. I already talked longer than I wanted to. Very fun episode overall, significant departure from the previous week. Hopefully we can have some proper screen time for Ino Miko starting next week. As for my favorite scene, Ino rushing in with one of those sticks that you use to catch rabid dogs. Brilliant moment there. In fact, this episode had plenty of brilliant moments, and that's exactly how I would describe it. It's actually an average episode overall with some great moments, but greatness is stuck at those individual moments rather than being spread to the overall episode. But maybe that's just because my head is currently filled with stupid statistische Datenanalyse exam knowledge and I can't process fun normally. What did you think about the episode though, and what was your favorite moment? Do let me know in the comments, and definitely hit that like button and subscribe for more. Links to Kaguya-sama Love manga are in the description. Huge thanks to all my patrons and channel members as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay cool.